On the tractor, there's a number of ways we can access the guidance screen. We could either look for a tile on there, or I could go to the tractor launch pad and down to the guidance tab there and open up the screen. Now, when I do have it in this small tile view here, this is also giving me an updated display. So I can touch on the small buttons there, and it will then expand up and give me some extra buttons. So I can, from that small tile, select any particular way lines I've got saved for a field in there, or I can come through and access my settings. But if I want to do anything in more detail, then I can touch on the tile and let it go full screen. Or the other way I could do is I could have it set up as a large 4 square in there, and again I can access any number one of these buttons for it. Or again, if I want to, if I touch in the middle, I can make it go full screen. When we open up the guidance screen, it might look like this with no buttons. So what we can do is we can press up in this top right hand corner, and then that will drop all the buttons down. So effectively what we have here is we have a create new field button in there. We can just type in our field name. If we want to then add a boundary to that field, we can come into that second option down, and then we can choose then how we record our boundaries. So whether we're recording from worked areas, that means as we're working with the implement. Also then looking at recording using contour segments we might have used for a headland way line there, or we can delete a field boundary. We've got then our wayline creation options there, and all the different wayline options that we might have on the tractor. Next one down then is I can put a point of interest or map an obstacle in here, and again is I can make choices as to how I want to do that. So is it a marker? Is it a line that I'm drawing? Again, we're looking at the recording type. We can label it up. Is there an area that I want to record around? So it might be, say, like a little pond or a wooded area in the middle of a field, or again just put down a note down a point there. Further on down then, so we got this button right down the bottom here, and here then this will be doing the any nudges of the way line. So in here is I can put in then by how much I want to nudge a way line. So I want to do a 10 centimeter increment in there. I can type in the nudge value, and then I have these two buttons here where I can nudge left or nudge right. We've got the center to way line, or center the way lines to my position, so that will snap then all the way lines and make the adjustment in there. If I have been nudging left or right, is I can reset that to 0, put them back to the original, or I can save that nudge that I put in there, and it will tell me what my total offset has been. Just up in the top left hand corner then is if we have got something on the back running section control, I can switch then my section control from manual to auto up here. I can also then activate whether I want to work the headland first or work the interior of the field first. So if I was, say, drilling and I want to drill my headland last, then I can activate that button there then to so it allows me to drill the headland first, or sorry, the middle of the field first and then the headland last. Down here then is we have is almost road mode, so guidance is in standby, and across to field mode. Down here then, if I've got multiple way lines for a field, is I can tap on that button there, and then I can choose then which way line then I want to show on the screen. So everything that I've got stored for that particular field then will show up in there. There's a new button here that's come in from software version 4 on the terminals, and this then is if I'm running a multiple map view on the screen, and I want to send a particular view across to the dashboard, then I can highlight that button green there, and that then would be the way line, or the screen view, the mapping screen view. Then that would get sent to the dashboard. Down the bottom here with this bottom bar is I can tap in there, and it just shows me then that I could either have my my area efficiency on there. If I've got any onboard counters running, I could get that to onboard counter to be displayed. And then if I'm running a task that's been sent from the office, in there is obviously I can show the worked area there, or probably more important to most then would be looking at the area remaining. So within there, obviously I need then to have a field boundary, but that would always be included within the task. But then I can get it to show me the remaining area, and once I've made the choice of which one I want, I can just highlight it and press the tick. One last button to look at whilst we're on this page here is just up at the magnifying glass. Obviously then we can zoom in, zoom out. If I've got a field boundary, then if I tap on that button up in there that's greyed out there, that would zoom the whole screen out to fit the whole field in. Over here then I can obviously show between 2D or 3D, so just highlighting which one I want. And then this last button here is a layers button, so I can bring in obviously my total worked area coverage map, and then if I had any variable rate maps they would also be listed underneath. So I'd be coming into here then to select that variable rate map to load that one. Down the bottom then we have this extra button, and this is again just layer management, where we want to select layers, deselect layers. And it might be when we load up an Isobus implement there, again it might be asking for any layers that we want to bring through on a mapping front.